For my final presentation for Literacy 698, my research topic was selected from personal experiences and questions raised in my last few months of teaching. My research topic is using technology in special education classrooms. This topic was selected from a middle school emotional support classroom I taught from August 2019 to March 2020 within Jeannette, Pennsylvania. As you can see on the map, Jeannette is located in Westmoreland County. Jeannette School District did not supply my students with any forms of technology, which led me to my research topic to see if incorporating technology into my class would be beneficial to my students. As you can see, here is Westmoreland County, and within Westmoreland County, there is Jeannette. Within my class were 7th and 8th grade students who were primarily male. All students within my class were identified with emotional disturbances as well as learning disabilities. All students were working below grade level. Students had limited access to technology in other classrooms. However, they were able to use laptops from the library if time allowed. Having no technology within my classroom put me at a disadvantage to my delivery methods when teaching social skills lessons and other lessons to students. Straight from the PDE website, by 7th grade, Pennsylvania states that students will identify and collect information about everyday problems that can be solved by technology. See Standard 3.4.7.D1, as well as describe how invention and innovation leads to changes in society and the creation of new needs and wants. See Standard 3.4.7.B3. As you can see by these two standards, technology is needed and expected throughout the learning process. Many challenges and barriers come in the way of achieving the previously mentioned goals. In order to receive various technology, school districts must pay a great deal of money that isn't always available. In addition, districts must make time to teach educators how to properly use new forms of technology in professional development workshops. Lastly, there is limited research on what technological devices and programs are best for special education learners, especially students within an emotional support setting. As you are watching this presentation, you might ask yourself, why technology? Research recommends that technology helps students find their voice. The University of Texas explains that students who are either unable or afraid to communicate with peers may express themselves through technology. Some of my students would often journal about their feelings and emotions. I would recommend that those students go one step farther and use their ratings through an online journal as shown above. Technology also improves learning. All students do not learn the same. As educators, we are continuously being reminded to differentiate instruction and methods of delivery. The International Society for Technology and Education explains how technology allows teachers to create multiple modalities for lesson delivery. By using technology, educators may deliver instruction through audiobooks, video instructions, etc. During the COVID-19 pandemic, educators have no choice but to utilize technology to deliver instruction. Technology also allows for collaboration. Through various applications and sites, students may collaborate with peers, teachers, and or staff members. Rochelle Poth explains that with students' current lifestyles, they are on social media, blogs, and group chats for fun. She encourages educators to use these applications to deliver instruction and allow students to collaborate with classmates. Multiple surveys show that students would rather collaborate with their peers through online sites rather than face-to-face interactions. Google Docs is a great size to use as a form of collaboration. Lastly, technology keeps students engaged. Bill and Melinda Gates surveyed multiple teachers by using technology with students. 95% of teachers either strongly agree or agree somewhat that technology keeps students engaged instead of traditional Q&A questions and responses. Touchscreen smartboards allow students to move around and select their answers to complete problems on the board. Other applications such as Epic and Scholastic provide students read aloud options and entertaining activities and games to complete once instruction on academic topics are completed. While there are many benefits to using technology with students, there is limited research on using technology with students in a special education setting. Many studies lump special education learners in one big pot. Researchers often bypass that there are 13 categories of disabilities. Research is often lacking in separating the 13 categories and explaining what forms of technology, if any, are useful or not useful for a specific category. As an example, students identified with an emotional disturbance may benefit from a different form of technology than a student identified with physical impairments. While we expect students to be competent when using technology, we often forget that educators need to be just as knowledgeable, if not more knowledgeable, on the technology being used in the classroom. As many educators have been teaching for 30 to 40 years and are not as comfortable with using technology, research is lacking in surveying teachers on their competence and comfortability in using technology within their curriculum. Research is also lacking in collecting responses from educators on how they use technology. This graph shows that teachers within a district express that they use technology frequently and often use technology to assist in research. While these results may be different when asked educators in different districts, there is not a lot of research on how technology is used and the benefits from using and or not using it within a special education setting. Lastly, there's limited information on school districts' budgets for receiving technology. The Franklin News Post shows that a school district in Virginia allows 3% of their yearly budget for technology devices. While 3% can mean hundreds and or thousands of dollars, each school district has different percentages on what they spend on technology each school year. Additional research on an average percentage being spent on technology within a school district is close to none. For individuals interested in this topic and wanting to do further research, I would suggest continuing research on what technology is needed. The graph shows teachers regularly use smartboards, Google Classroom, and the document camera. With this knowledge, that school district might want to invest in additional smartbooks and Chromebooks for students to use. Additional research on what teachers want to utilize in the classroom will assist school districts on what devices to purchase. After school districts have decided on what devices to purchase, they might want to consider workshops and professional development time to teach educators how to properly use the application and devices. Many educators do not utilize technology that is present because they are clueless on how to use them. Additional research on training and hands-on lessons available would assist school districts on the best options for their school. Another recommendation for future research would be on technological devices and applications that have shown significant improvement in students within a special education setting. There is a great deal of research on assistive technology for students with speech or language impairments and hearing impairments. However, there is not much research on application for students with emotional disturbances. My last recommendation for future research is on how technology can be incorporated both at school and at home. While school districts may find wonderful applications to use, parents might not have the means or understanding to continue the learning process at home. Before purchasing subscriptions, school districts may want to conduct additional research if their purchases could be used in a home setting as well. I hope you enjoyed my presentations. My references are listed on this last slide.